They say actions speak louder than words, but when it comes to King Charles, the words are often polished, the actions not so much. This week, as the royal family faces yet another storm over Prince Andrew's disgrace and downfall, the King has chosen this moment to call for unity. Yes, you heard that right. Unity. King Charles III, early in his reign, has spoken of unity and togetherness, noble sentiments echoing through history. Yet, as nature teaches, actions reveal more than words. We must look beyond speeches and observe what is done. When we do, a more complex picture emerges. The King's call for global harmony fades within the walls of his own home. The message of unity is clear on the world stage, but muddled in his family. This is the paradox. A leader who champions unity for all, yet struggles to foster it among his own kin. The world hears the plea for togetherness, but also sees a family fractured by conflict. Is this call for unity a genuine aspiration, or just a performance for tradition's sake? The question matters. It forces us to examine the space between words and actions. In that space, we find the true measure of leadership and character. The world waits to see which voice will define this reign. Will it be the voice of unity or the echo of division? Only time will tell. The King's recent appeal for unity came from the heart of the Vatican, surrounded by Rome's timeless grandeur. He spoke with the Pope about healing old wounds and focusing on shared values, an Anglican monarch reaching out to the Catholic world. His words, filled with hope, called for cooperation over conflict and presented him as a bridge builder. The symbolism was powerful, positioning Charles as a global ambassador for harmony. Yet the irony lingers. A plea for unity is tested by the actions that follow. It's one thing to call for harmony among nations, another to cultivate it within one's own family. The Vatican's grand stage is far from the private corridors of Buckingham Palace. True unity is not just a concept to be debated, but a reality to be lived. And that reality begins at home. While the King speaks of reconciliation, the shadow of Prince Andrew lingers. Accusations linked him to Jeffrey Epstein. The matter was settled out of court, leaving questions unanswered. The palace's response was gentle. Titles removed, but Andrew remains within the family circle. This contrasts sharply with modern expectations of accountability. The public sees a system protecting its own, not embracing transparency. How can a family calling for unity appear so reluctant to address its own moral questions? This contradiction undermines trust and the King's message of unity. In contrast, Prince Harry and Meghan faced harsh treatment after stepping back from royal duties. Their departure became a public spectacle, their struggles dismissed, and their connection to the family systematically dismantled. The palace's response was cold and formal, lacking compassion or reconciliation. The message, step outside the order and you're cut adrift. Meanwhile, a son embroiled in scandal is kept within the fold. This disparity suggests values that prioritize image over well-being. The exclusion of Harry and Meghan has become a symbol of the institution's rigidity. It undermines the King's public calls for unity at the most fundamental level. When a king speaks of harmony, his words are measured against his own house. The visible division within the royal family creates an echo that undermines his every appeal. Authenticity is the currency of the modern age. People look for leaders whose actions match their words. The failure to reconcile with his own son while calling for global unity creates a credibility gap. If unity is so important, why not begin at home? This division is now a public symbol, reflecting a wider struggle between tradition and progress. The king's inability to mend this rift is seen as a failure to adapt to modern values. The campaign for unity becomes a performance, while real drama unfolds behind the curtain. For the king's message to resonate, it must be lived, not just spoken. Until the family rift is addressed, calls for unity will ring hollow. Far from royal palaces, Harry and Meghan are forging their own path in California. Their unity is built on partnership and shared values, not duty or tradition. Despite public scrutiny, they present a united front, focusing on compassion and community through their Arkwell Foundation. Their unity is active, demonstrated in their work and their resilience. They offer a model of a modern family, flexible, compassionate, and purpose-driven. Their example resonates with many seeking to build lives on their own terms. While the monarchy struggles with division, the Sussexes show what a united family can achieve. Their story is a testament to unity built on love, respect, and a shared commitment to positive change. The grandest ambitions begin at home. A king who wishes to unite the world must first heal his own family. The divisions within the House of Windsor are a public wound, undermining the king's message. Healing requires more than words. It demands accountability and compassion. The gentle handling of Prince Andrew and the harsh exclusion of Harry and Meghan must be re-examined. The world needs to see a father reaching out, a family mending its bonds. True unity is not about ignoring differences, but creating harmony from them. It requires respect, empathy, and honest action. The call for unity must be a call for integrity, lived in private as well as public life. The path to true unity begins in the quiet chambers of the heart. For King Charles, it must begin within his own home. They say actions speak louder than words, but when it comes to King Charles, the words are often polished, the actions not so much. This week, as the royal family faces yet another storm over Prince Andrew's disgrace and downfall, the king has chosen this moment to call for unity. Yes, you heard that right. Unity.